We are Andrew and Leanne, and in 2021 we sold our car, packed our bags and quit our job to buy a one-way ticket to travel the world. After spending 2.5 months in Thailand, we made our way to Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka. Good morning from here in Bangkok Airport. So we arrived at the airport absolutely starving and needed something to eat. And there aren't that many restaurants in the airport to eat at. And we still had around 3,500 baht left. And so we decided to spend some of that to get ourselves access into one of the airport lounges whilst we wait for our flight to Sri Lanka. We're heading to Colombo today and our flight leaves in just under an hour. Time to head to our gate and get ready to board our flight.
Yay! So this has just brought some memories back of 2.5 months ago when we arrived in this airport. We were down there waiting to show them all our documents, the 5,000 documents that we had prepared. It's kind of surreal that we're leaving now after this long. I feel like we've really gotten used to Thailand. Time to move on. We've landed.
Good afternoon. We are currently in the capital city of the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. We are in Colombo in Sri Lanka. We've been here for about 2 days, and for the past 2 days we've pretty much been working non-stop on the YouTube channel, editing vlogs and uploading. But in those 2 days we have tried some incredible food here in Sri Lanka. Today we have decided to book ourselves onto a food tour in the city centre to try and see what this city has to offer.
So we've arrived outside the agreed meeting place for our local food guide. We're just waiting for him to respond to a message.
And we're now really excited to explore the city and try some new food.
And we've hardly eaten anything, so we're starving. Okay, so there's a bit of confusion about the location. Our tuk-tuk driver's just speaking to our guide now. Hopefully he can work out where to go.
Okay. So we finally got to the right building and we've met up with Muditha and he's going to take us around one of the markets here in Colombo and show us some of the best foods that Colombo has to offer. So we're really excited.
Yeah? Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. This side of Colombo is known as Calamba Fort.
Yes.
Right? So this is more of like a long time ago, before even the 1500s, Colombo was a trading hub. Sri Lanka was in the middle of East Asia, the Middle East, Arabic countries, and even Europe, right? So there were a lot of Arabic traders, Indian traders, even from East Asian countries. There were traders in Colombo. So this was a hub. The Portuguese decided to come to Sri Lanka in 1505. They came by mistake actually, and then they sort of made this area their sort of central hub, right? So they had the port here. This is actually the 29th largest port or harbour in the world. So now it's far larger. Then the Dutch came in, and then the Dutch really enlarged this fort. So this was sort of like a rampart, end of it like the moat on this side, and everything inside was called Calamba Fort. And so it's really historic. There's a lot of like architecture that is found inside that has like Dutch architecture as well as British. So the market you're going to go to, the Peta market, it's large, but it's sort of like a time capsule. You get like these old buildings and then you get like these somewhat of modern buildings also. And it's a different experience. It's a lot of locals would go there to buy their stuff. So you all being there, you're gonna see a lot of locals. You're gonna try a lot of local food, and yeah. This is called Acharu, and so it's called Acharu. It's actually a lot of locals love this because what you find is a lot of tropical fruits, and they've added different spices like chili, pepper. Then there's salt, sugar. Sometimes they add ginger also. There are fruits that you're familiar with, like pineapples and like mango, but there are fruits like very tropical. So this is probably the first time you're gonna try those fruits. Guess the fruit?
It looks like olives.
Yep, this is the olives.
Okay.
It's a bit different from the usual olives you may have had. There's a seed inside, but it's coated in chili. So
They're not as salty as most olives I've had.
yeah,
Oh, they're really nice.
spicy. Yeah.
A little bit. Quite sweet and fragrant.
Yeah.
They're really good. They're not like an olive I've ever had before. Most olives in the UK tend to be quite salty because they've been soaked in brine. These are completely different.
Now this is a fruit called umbrella.
Umbrella.
It's easy to remember, umbrella, but with the letter A, it goes as umbrella. It's a
Okay.
tropical fruit. Here they've added pepper and a bit of salt. It's quite crunchy, so
Oh, it's really nice. It's almost like a green mango. That'd be nice in like a salad.
this fruit is called lovi.
Lovely.
It's a tropical fruit. It looks like a cherry, but it's really sour. So they've added a lot of sugar, a bit of chili, and a bit of pepper.
Okay.
So
Apparently it's quite sour, so they coat it with sugar and pepper. Okay, here we go. Oh my god!
We get sweets in the UK called atomic waste. It's very reminiscent of one of those. It just like attacks your taste buds, but I really like it. I really like sour tasting things. Leanne, not so sure.
So there's obviously a huge queue of people outside this little stall. So far, we hadn't found any stall in Colombo. So I'm really glad we got a local guide with us showing us the routes. But this stuff is really nice. If you come here, you should try this. It definitely seems to be part of the culture and cuisine.
coconuts in Sri Lanka are used normally for curries. The coconut milk, it's what brings the thickness, and it's quite unique. This is mostly on a hot day when you're really sweating. Drinking this is far better than drinking even water. So, and after you finish drinking this, they open it up and you can scoop out the inside and eat it, and it's quite refreshing as well. Best way to drink this is just directly from take a big gulp, and that just really refreshes you up. There's a lot inside.
It's so good. And I really appreciate no straw.
I purposely try to
Yeah.
avoid like that.
Yeah.
So we're just going to try some samosas. Now apparently these differ to Indian samosas because Indian samosas tend to be vegetarian, whereas these ones are minced chicken and onions, you said? So I'm looking forward to these. They're really, really good. Nice and savoury, not spicy,
It leaves like a warm.
but loads of lovely flavours in there. And Leanne's just having a cup of tea.
So this is the masala tea, and they call it teh here. And inside is lemongrass, ginger, and cinnamon, and it leaves like a nice warm sensation at the back of your throat. It just makes you feel quite happy. It's nice. Yeah. And do they drink
Yes.
it like for socializing, or in the evening, or in the morning, or all day? Or?
Usually it's during the mornings and evenings.
Oh, okay.
So the place that we just got these samosas is called Imran Buns. Those samosas were absolutely fantastic. Imran Buns, fantastic samosas, really good. So Imran, the owner of the samosa shop, this is him. He's just become our 1,000th subscriber. Thank you so much. See you soon.
So this is nanari. Apparently I'm either gonna love it or I'm gonna hate it, so let's have a look. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's really good. It's a bit too sweet still.
Yeah.
But I think if it was more fresh and less sugar, it'd be really, really good. But this is nice. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I've got the avocado juice. It's incredible. It's like really sweet, really creamy.
This is my favourite drink.
That was like a candied piece of melon. And it's almost like candied stem ginger in the UK. It's more sweet because you don't get the kickback from the ginger. It's super, super sweet. It's nice though, nice taste. Bundi.
That's really nice. Tastes like rose water in the bundi. It's like really, really soft and mushy. I actually thought it was made from sweet corn. It's not. It tastes a lot like Turkish delight. It's really, really, really good. So this one is from South India. I've tasted that before. It reminds me. Taste it and see what you think.
I know what it is. Banana foams.
Yeah. So in England, we get something called banana foams, and this tastes very, very, very similar to them.
Is it banana flour?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
use those. Yeah, that's actually.
So this is called cassava, and as Leanne said, it's kind of like the Sri Lankan version of Pringles. They're really good. Right, so this is the Morrow. That's really tasty, really savoury, slightly spiced, and very, very crunchy. And then we also have masala peanuts. Oh, they're delicious. They are delicious. I really, really love peanuts. They're slightly spiced, and we're picking up some of the cassava to take home with us because that is also delicious. So we're walking down this main high street, which is like a massive part of the market where all the clothes and things are bought. And it's absolutely bustling, it's packed, there's people everywhere. And according to our guide, this is quiet. He said normally it's like 3 to 4 times as crowded as it is right now. And I just can't imagine what that would be like. It's amazing. I'm so glad that there's still areas, you know, that are as bustling and as lively as this place is right now. So I'm really, really excited as to what we're going to try next. Because we've had loads of little snacks and loads of little bits to nibble on, but up until now we've not had anything like big and substantial. So let's see what we get. We're stopping here at another stall really quick to have a really famous drink here in Sri Lanka called Faluda. It's kind of like a cross between a drink and a dessert, and apparently it's very, very famous, really, really sweet apparently, but I'm looking forward to trying this. So this is the Faluda, and inside it has sherbet on the bottom, which contains rose water. Then this is all milk, and then inside we have basil seeds, and then on top there is ice cream and dried papaya. And apparently before we drink this, we need to mix it all up. Let's give this a go. Oh, it's really sweet. Once again, because of that rose water, it kind of tastes like a Turkish delight, but as a drink, it's actually really pleasant. And now that we have had the Faluda, we are off to get one of the most famous dishes in Sri Lanka that I've been told by several people I need to try, and that is kota. So we are on our way now to a place that sells a really good kota, and I'm actually really excited to try this. I've been looking for one since I've been here. I haven't found one yet, so I'm excited. This is the Kotu. In the last clip, I mistakenly called it kota. It's not, it's Kotu. And apparently it's made with a bread. Odaba bread. And they put in cheese and chicken, and it gets fried up with all kinds of herbs and spices, and it smells incredible. And apparently if it's too dry, then you add one of these curry sauces to moisten it up. But let's give it a go. I don't think that's dry at all. That's delicious. That's really, really good.
So what they do is they chop it into little pieces also. Like sometimes you can see them doing it. They go like a drum beat.
Yeah.
And that's when they chop the chicken, the godama bread, the vegetables all together. They have some gravy, the spice gravy that they add into it as well. That's what brings down the flavor. And this is the favorite for a lot of Sri Lankans. They would eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, like a hangover or anything.
So good. What curries do we have here?
So here, this is tomato curry.
Tomato.
It's mild, so it's not too spicy. But this is the chicken curry, the chicken gravy. Oh, you're going at it.
I'll go at it.
So this one was the chicken gravy.
Yep.
Oh, it smells really good as well. Doesn't really taste like anything I've had before. That's really, really nice. I'll definitely be eating this again. The portions that we just had, he ordered a half kotu split between 2 plates. So the whole plate of food that I had was a quarter portion of kotu. So if you do come to Colombo in Sri Lanka and you order a kotu, I'd recommend ordering a half because a full portion will be a monstrous amount of food. So the food tour is actually over and done with now. We were just about to jump a tuk-tuk back, and our guide, Muditha, has actually offered to take us home. Such a lovely guy.